Hello. I just wanted to make this video today because I haven't made a video in a while, and the reason for that was because I was very nervous. I was very scared. There was a lot of tension here in my heart, and I know it's been a while since I've made the last video. But I thought this would be a really good topic that might help other people, and it's all about looking at what you won't face. So if you like your horror movies, like me, they tend to be about looking at what terrifies us, right? Because the main character, maybe they're solving a mystery, or maybe they're uncovering something about their family that they didn't know, and the ghost is chasing them, and the ghost is usually a manifestation of their fears. And we have this ourselves, whether we know about it or not. There's lots of stuff from our past that we're holding on to, and lots of grudges we're holding on to, or lots of fears that we don't really want to look at, and that can actually prevent us from going forward and making our futures the way we want them to be, because we're still unconsciously, like I said, whether we know it or not, hanging on to the past. So recently, what I've been doing, which I think might be helpful for some people, if you want to try it, you don't have to, was I would wake up every morning and I would sit and I would turn off my phone and I would just wait and see what came up. And a lot of the time, it would be what people call intrusive thoughts, right? Like you're not good enough, you're terrible, remember that silly thing you did when you were 5? Well, I remember, that type of stuff. But I used to call these intrusive thoughts, or sort of like, embarrassing things that I used to do. But the longer I sat there and the more I sort of faced them, and I didn't treat them as things that I was running away from, or things that I was trying to fix, or things that I was trying to ignore, I met them as if they were friends. So I would just feel wherever they were in my body. Let's say it was, I don't know, I said to a waiter when he gave me a bill and said, "Thank you for coming," and I say, "Oh yeah, you have a good day," or whatever, I don't know. Something embarrassing, right? And I'd be like, okay, well, where do I feel this in my body? It might be up here in my neck, get a tight throat. A lot of us feel that we have a tight throat when we're nervous, or it might be here, physical pain in my heart, might be in my stomach where my confidence is. And I would just sit there, and instead of going to an addiction, like watching a YouTube video, which was my sinner choice, or watching a movie, or scrolling on Facebook, I would just sit there with my eyes closed and I'd just feel it, right? And instead of running away from it, and even though it was painful, I'd be like, "Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for giving me this experience right now. And I'm so sorry I was running away from you for years." And eventually, it wasn't like I was running away from these problems anymore or trying to fix them. I ended up being okay with the fact that they were there. Instead of seeing something as a problem and saying, "I need to fix this problem right now," I recognized that there wasn't a problem. You know what I mean? Like, let's say if I was really bothered by my glasses right here, and I was like, "I hate these glasses so much," right? I want to get rid of these glasses. These glasses have control over me, okay? But if I start to suddenly go, okay, well, I notice that I'm not okay with these glasses being here, but actually that's okay. And I'm going to love the fact that these glasses are here anyway. Don't do this with your mind, but try and feel this with your body, right? Because you can't fix this with your mind. And then I just put them there and I just watch them being there. Eventually I'll realize that the glasses being there is not a problem, and that I'm supposed to feel, that maybe they're not supposed to be there. And that's another thing that I realized that I was doing. Every time one of these quote unquote intrusive thoughts showed up, whatever you want to call it, I was judging it, like I shouldn't have this thought. For the longest time, I just remember feeling sad all the time. And the reason the sadness stuck around was because I was like, I shouldn't be sad. I should be happy. And that's something that this society just tells you that you should do. You know what I mean? It says you shouldn't be sad ever, right? If you're happy, if you watch the adverts, if you buy, I don't know, a Werther's Original, that's going to make you happy. If you buy, a stick of Lynx deodorant, that's going to make you happy. An iPhone, you know what I mean? It's all about, we've got to get to the end point of happiness. And we sort of stigmatize being upset, right? But the thing is, when you sit with these emotions and you just let them be here and you face what you won't face, like the people in the horror movies, not like in a combative way, but sort of like, I'm just going to sit here and whatever it does to me, it will do to me. And I'm just going to love it anyway. I'm going to see it. You start to realize that actually the sadness is here to tell you something. It's telling you that it's leaving. right? And we're too busy. As soon as it comes up, we run away from it, we try and escape it, or we try and distract ourselves from it, right? We're stopping it from leaving. We're literally just blocking the path for it to leave because we're not brave enough to sit and feel it. So that's just a little golden tidbit I wanted to give you guys right now. And it sounds tough, you know, you don't have to do it, but I would recommend that even if for 5 minutes a day, just to start with, just sit here and go, okay, well, what don't I like about myself today? You know, maybe it's my voice. I don't like my voice. Maybe it's my hairline. I don't like my hairline. I don't like my nose, whatever it is, or I don't like that embarrassing thing that I did. Just sit there, just be with it, and just watch. Just watch. And I promise you, you'll start to realize, actually, I do have a bit more freedom than I thought I did. You know, I'm not at the mercy of my emotions, right? I recognize them as what they are. They're things that are passing through me. They're not dangerous, and I'm absolutely fine. And there's a lot of power in that. So that's what I would invite you to do. I hope you're having a great Monday. I know it is a Monday, but hey, well, that's another thing. You could let go of it being a Monday. Oh, Mondays are terrible. You could sit here and go, yeah, okay, fine. But anyway, I hope you're having a good time. Sorry it's a little bit too long. Enjoy yourselves. You deserve it.